you have any favorite moments or just like particularly like memorable or wacky or unexpected things that have happened that you would want to share?
Oh, do I have one? And it's it was during SUPAH's tournament in the local tournaments. Oh
Oh, are you
my
thinking of the
god!
same one?
Yes, yes, I am.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Kirby Conversations. I'm Sean Douglas. I'm a writer, podcaster, and teacher. And we are back again with Bridget. Hi, Bridget.
Hi, my name's Bridget. I'm a Kirby fan artist, collector, and commentator, and I'm happy to be here again.
And we have two great guests today from the Kirby Air Riders competitive space. First, we have Kinix. Hi, Kinix.
Hello. My name is Kinix. I am a long-time standing player, competitive player in the Discord, I think, and currently active moderator for the Discord server.
And we have SUPAH. Hi, SUPAH.
Hello. Hi. I've been recently playing this game a lot. I've been like on the racing game like grind with this game, Mario Kart and that, but this game's definitely been a lot of fun. I've been playing in all the tournaments I could, and competitive scene's a lot of fun. I've been loving this game lately, but yeah.
Nice. I have heard that you're also a Mario Kart player.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I'm curious to know about like the connections between the two, but we just had some questions for you both about like how the scene is coming together, what your backgrounds are with the game. But before we get started, just our little spiel at the top that we are part of the Soundstone Podcast Network, along with Flashback 64, Pixels and Polygons, and Instruction Derby. If people like this show, we encourage you to check out the other shows in our network, and those are linked in the show notes. So my first question for you both is just, I'm curious about your backgrounds with Kirby. Kinix, do you want to start?
As far as it goes for like Kirby games and stuff like that, well, it goes as far back as playing Kirby 64 Crystal Shards, I believe. That game was like, cute little like pink ball like character, like you get copy abilities and like, oh my god, you can combine them. And then get the like next installments, or the next game I got was Amazing Mirror, and I was like, oh, this is still fun and everything. And then when I got my hands in Kirby Air Ride, I was like, wait a second, this is kind of really fun. It's just highly replayable, and that's when I just started falling in like just so much in love with the franchise and everything. Although I haven't been as active with playing all the games in general, I still just had like so much of a appreciation for the classic games of Kirby and Kirby Ride specifically. So that's as far as I go with like Kirby stuff and the games in general.
Nice.
Never played, unfortunately, the Wii and 3DS games, which I know they're highly regarded as like super, like really good games. So those are in my to-do list still.
Yeah, great. And SUPAH, what's your background with the Kirby series in general?
So I'm trying to think. I think my earliest game was also The Amazing Mirror, I think. I remember playing that a lot when I was younger. Superstar as well. I remember I didn't actually own Superstar, but I had a family member that had the DS version, Superstar Ultra, and I would just play some like download play with them a lot. Those games, I never grew up with the original Kirby Air Ride, unfortunately, but I feel like I would have enjoyed that a lot growing up. But moving forward, I think Forgotten Land was like the latest one I've played, and I loved that game. I still got 100% it, but like that game was just wonderful. It was just such a delight to play.
Mm-hmm. So, I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun games.
Yeah, sometimes I take for granted how good Kirby and the Forgotten Land is. It got so much attention at the time that it was a really big deal to have a 3D Kirby game like that and have it be so successful and sell as well as it did. And I think it brought in a lot of new people to the series in the process.
For sure. And also the Switch 2 edition is like now a thing, so like even more people can get like check out what's going on there too. I haven't played it yet, but It seems like a lot of fun.
Did
Oh,
the
it's great. Yeah.
did the Switch version 2 improve on frame rates, I believe, right? Or
I think
Yeah.
so.
it
There's
did.
some technical improvements, and there's new levels. They're all and new or like mouthful modes, and
Ooh,
they're great. Yeah.
that sounds fun.
That is also something I should be doing as well, aiming to play that game too.
Add to the list.
Oh yeah.
For the longest time, sorry, I was just thinking, like, for the longest time, the community always wanted to see Kirby in 3D, and now that we got it, it's like, oh wow, nice. But I forgot that I just kind of left it in my to-do list as well, so I feel bad about that. Oops.
Well, there's so much to play, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have not finished all the expansion content for that yet either. So, yeah, definitely things for me to go back and still finish off too. And then I think the natural, like, next follow-up question would be, how did you get specifically into playing Air Riders? Let's start with SUPAH this time.
Yeah, okay. So, man, I remember, I don't remember where the initial excitement came from, but I remember the Switch 2 Direct, seeing that they announced like a new Air Riders, and then watching the first like Sakurai Presents with the Kirby Air Riders Direct, and I was just like, wow, this game looks like a lot of fun, and I wanted to get my hands on City Trial mainly because I know everyone has like such good words on City Trial, and I was like, I gotta play that demo. I gotta find out what the buzz is, how fun this is, and then just absolutely fell in love with it during that demo session. It was so fun playing with friends and just like goofing around in City Trial. Like that's how I initially got into it. It was just magical time.
And you said you hadn't played. Had you played Kirby Air Ride before doing that, even if it wasn't something you grew up with?
I played it like maybe once or twice ever, very briefly. I didn't remember too much from it, but I remember having a good time with it, doing some 4-player with a couple friends, and it was a good time. But I did want to like really get into it with the new game since that got announced, and I was just like, okay, I'm sure they've improved it like quite a bit. It's probably just way more crazy and a lot more shenanigans happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just very looking forward to when they first announced it.
Yeah. There are shenanigans in this game.
Oh yeah, a lot of them.
And then Kinix, how did you find your way to Kirby Air Riders? I know you're more the old guard, I think, right? With the first Air Ride.
Yeah, had it in the original GameCube. Played it an unreasonable amount of time. That I wish I could count the amount of the playtime I had in that game. Does it actually have playtime recording like in Smash games? I don't think so. But
I don't think it does.
I would love to. Like, I still have my memory card. I would love to know. But yeah, so my brother got the game. Then me and my sister, my brother, used to play. Then those two stopped playing the game because they grew up and we don't want to play games anymore. So I was just playing the game for countless afternoons, just playing against CPUs and on and on. And then stumbled my way into the community, the Discord one, the Kirby Air Ride Online, and NetPlay and all that stuff. And then fast forward to 2025 2025 is like, during Direct, I could not believe it. I thought that game, the spin-off, was just gonna be dead. I was like, no, we're not getting another one, and I was glad I was proven wrong.
Yeah, same.
I oh my god, so good. And while that happened too, that was also during the period of time where I had known SUPAH and a few other friends, and dragged them into the demo to play that together for like a bit. And no, yeah, it was a blast. I can definitely say that a lot of them hooked up because of the demo, so it worked out.
Yeah. We got so hooked.
Very nice. I have a lot of playtime on the demo. I was just looking back at it and I was like, oh my goodness, just the demo. I'm glad it worked to get a lot of people into the game.
You're squeezing every drop of playtime out of that demo that you could, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is the only taste you had, but you were gonna get everything you could.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, didn't I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Yusuf as well, like you and I were like up for the very first time frame for the playtest, which was like Japan time, so like
Oh,
4
like
in the
midnight and
morning.
like onward. Oh, yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Yeah.
I stayed up for that. Like it was like midnight till like 6 a.m. and I stayed up the whole night. The very
Me
first one.
too.
Nice.
I think we even played with Nag, I think, or like some of the FCD or Guzmains. But yeah, no, we did. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Very long night.
Okay. Bridget, do you have a question you want to ask next?
Yeah. I was curious. There are so many types of competitive games, and there's also like I love Air Ride as well, and I was also very excited for Air Riders. I've mostly played it with friends, and I was aware of the competitive scene, but I'm still a little distant from truly understanding it. And I had this question: what makes Kirby Air Riders an attractive option in terms of like a competitive game? Because it has some like people who might understand it on a more casual level might see it as having maybe a lot of RNG and kind of random elements to it. How would you explain sort of to folks like what gives it that kind of competitive appeal?
It's a good question. For me, I guess my mindset through like I guess the more competitive like matches in that game would be like a lot of random stuff can happen, but like it's trying to like find a method through like the madness of like everything that's going on. You're kind of just trying to like play things like whatever you see in front of you is just what you gotta make the most of. At least is like my main mindset going into like matches. And there's so many different like strategies with certain items and just things you could do, like strats you can focus on getting like stats, focusing on the events. Like it's just there's a lot to consider, but like there's just ways you can like make things work to your advantage. And I don't know, the chaos kind of works with it well. I feel like makes it a lot of fun. What would you say?
Yeah, sorry, I was letting you
Yeah.
take
No,
it
go for
there.
it.
No, I absolutely agree. It's about of it almost feels like, I mean, often people will compare City Trial to kind of like a battle royale, where like you just make the most out of what you have in that situation and the tools in front of you. So that is like spot on. It also, I mean, in nature, battle royales are also kind of like a, well, I wouldn't call it a roguelike, but just like a, you know, you you just sometimes get lucky, sometimes get unlucky, but there's always like routes that you can work your way to maximize your possibilities of winning, like finding the right patches, taking the decision of attacking or not attacking, no, and also especially knowledge of the game and locations. Like, oh, when can this happen? Like for example, secret chambers or secret areas. Like you just know where they are already, or the rings, the portal. Sorry, and the rings actually the the reward rings. So there's just a lot of knowledge to be had there to become an expert and just master the game beyond just like a casual level where like, oh,
Yeah.
everything feels sort of random, but no, there's some sort of actual like knowledge to that helps. And I guess it has the like it has the skill, or has like shows an actual like skill setting to be like achieved, like, oh, knowing this and that and machines and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Combat is weird, I will say, though, for writers compared to the original, but still trying to understand it.
Mm-hmm. What makes it weird?
The online interactions. The game uses rollback for the interactions with other players. That actually, no, correction. The game uses rollback and host based interactions for certain attacks. For example, the laser, the mega laser that you can get, that is local based to you. Like that's a defender, it's based on your perspective. So you could be seeing that you're hitting someone yourself, but if the defender is not being hit, you're not hitting them. So that is defender based, like hit reg, I guess. And then there's sometimes rollback, where for the easiest example is quick spins or interactions and collisions. So you are running against someone, you hit them once, but to them they're already like somewhere else, and they will just suddenly get hit, or even just outright have their machine explode. And it's like, oh, how did that happen? Like, the how did it hit me behind the wall kind of stuff. So there's a mixture of these two that is still hard to wrap around yourself in. And compared to the original game, where just there's no rollback, it's all local, right? So there's no worry about that. It's only about the net play input delay stuff. But here, there's more variables, and it's harder to understand how the game wants you to be treated in combat. So that's the current dilemma or little like questions I'm trying to figure out myself, and many other players,
Interesting.
of course.
Whoa. Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of games having rollback netcode, and like I know that's very popular in like the fighting game scene and such. But I don't know how common this is or not, but I didn't realize games would implement rollback, but just selectively like that. I kind of figured like a netcode was one thing or the other thing, but that's like my own gaps in understanding the technology of how this works. Is that common that a game would utilize multiple kinds of netcode like that?
Without nerding too much, depends. Racing games tend to be rollback, or usually, actually. I mean, F-Zero 99, Mario Kart World, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 7, possibly Sonic Cross Wars, Sonic All-Star Racing, like all racing games, party racing games usually do. Actually, all racing games usually tend to do rollback, because there's ultimately what you need is just to know when someone got somewhere before you did. So if I get a top speed before SUPAH does, you have like a timestamp of, Kinix got the patch at 10 seconds and SUPAH gets it at 10.5 seconds. So give it to Kinix, kind of stuff like that. But mixing the hit regs and stuff like that is not that common. But again, it's like a game feel. I mean, would you like to be, from your perspective as a player, would you like to be getting hit by something that you're clearly not being hit by? That wouldn't feel right. So it's a bit of compromises of what feels right, what looks right, and what is fair for both players, essentially. It's what it boils down to.
Hi, this is Mono, the host of Tokyo Game Life, a Tokyo-based video game podcast focused on Nintendo and gaming culture in Japan's capital. Every episode features amazing guests as we highlight a gaming-related place to visit in Tokyo or a unique aspect of Japan's vibrant video game scene. I take you inside amazing locales in Tokyo like Poke Park Kanto, the newest Pokemon theme park, exhibits centered around Earthbound and Final Fantasy, the best shops to pick up merch like Yamashiroya, the sacred land of Kirby goods. And I dive deep into Japanese and Nintendo-centered topics like how Nintendo makes fonts for their games, why there are so many moai in Japanese video games, series overviews on Japanese franchises like Starfy and Goemon, plus many topics that you won't find on any other podcast. Tokyo Game Life, your slice of gaming life from Tokyo, available on all podcast platforms.
Yeah, my understanding of the chaos in the game is like it's pretty chaotic, but the skill is in bending that chaos to your own benefit. Right, so you're accounting for all. It's random in some ways, but you're accounting for all the randomness in a way that takes that randomness out.
To a degree, yeah. As much as you can control it. There's still, yeah.
doing what you can to like minimize whatever's going against you. Basically, I guess is what we.
Okay. Yeah, I had that. I have a lot of hours in the game, so and of course I've been playing a lot of City Trials. So I always felt like there is this strategy, but sometimes explaining it to someone who just like maybe sees gameplay of it, I'll often post gameplay, and sometimes there'll be comments like, "What is even going on in this game?"
Yeah.
So just putting that out there to folks is like, yes, it looks chaotic, but we swear there is a method to the mayhem or something.
For sure.
So how is the competitive scene coming together now? Because it seems like with the game still just having been out for a few months now, like it's coming together pretty quickly. It seems like there is an established some set of established like organization around like when tournaments are going to be and people to run them and people to stream them. How is it coming together right now? And if people want to get involved or want to follow this, how can they do that?
Well, I mean, I can only speak for me and Super could probably speak for like the online stuff and everything, but I mean, there's even presence in there's LAN events as well happening. That SUPAH actually has been able to go to one of them. So as how it's been just growing is just, I mean, taking the chance that there was already an established community that liked to play the original game through NetPlay. It was immediately became the focus of, okay, we got a new game. There's going to be a lot of people trying to find communities to play with others, because now we're in 2026 and so much now can be done online compared to like back in like 10 years ago. Even is like everything almost happens online, Discord or other communities, and I don't know, many multiple places. And then taking that momentum is what, bringing all the players, bringing all the people who want to play it competitively, like-minded people, just getting together, and a lot of effort from the staff team over at Kirby Ride Online Discord server, whereas most of the focus, or like I will say, it's probably the largest community for Kirby Ride competitive at the moment. We do encourage other communities to also develop their own their own circles and group to grow their own little community, like competitive communities, just like in Smash. Like there's Melee, and in Melee you have multiple tiny communities, usually based around their own states, sometimes, or countries, depending on the like game. I'm not too familiar with that, but that's the experience, talking from experience as the part of the staff team of the actual Kirby Ride Discord. So in regards to local land events, Beto Kirby has been doing work with getting in contact with conventions and events locally that are happening. And well, I mean, SUPAH could probably tell you a bit about how one of them went. So
Oh yeah, the LAN tournament that you were mentioning that I attended it was in Philly. That was the first Kirby Air Riders LAN that I know of that I was able to go to, and it was a small group, but it ended up going pretty well. We were able to make use of like the like actual LAN mode within the game, so like people brought their own Switch 2s and were able to like connect them all together to do like proper LAN mode, and it was pretty fun.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's an experience.
Nice. So how many Switches were all connected?
I'm trying to think. The format was like 4-player free-for-all matches, so at most we just needed to have like 4 connected all together.
Okay.
So we did have to do split screen at one point just because of like a number situation with like participants, but for the most part it was just like 4 switches connected together to one LAN lobby, and then we just played from there and just did our usual city trial matches.
Nice.
That's really cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like locals now.
Oh yeah.
There's right, like places that local scenes are cropping up, and different states are getting their own, even if they're small, their own communities.
Yeah, that one was actually Beto Kirby was hosting that one as well, because it was advertised for the Kirby Air Ride online Discord as well. They had mentioned it in there, working together with the LAN. It was alongside a Mario Kart LAN that happened there as well, but they were able to squeeze in Kirby Air Riders for their own like LAN tournament. So, but yeah, they're happening here and there, to my knowledge at least.
That's exciting. I'd like to. I haven't been to a convention in a while, but I do remember going to some. Even at some anime conventions, they'll have like a gaming room, and the idea of like maybe stumbling upon like an air ride situation is very exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
As for your own play, I'm curious who you main, and are there certain like play styles that you feel like are kind of unique for yourself, or something unique to the way that you approach the game?
So when I started the demo, I don't think I even recall touching Kirby. I just immediately went for Rick because like funny hamster, right? And I was like, oh, this is great. Like the character felt really fun. Can I just click together immediately? So I didn't. I tried a few other characters. I tried like Kirby. I tried not Kirby. Sorry, I tried what did I try at some point? I think it was the Roach, and maybe Magolor. Well, those were not during the demo. Like that was like on release, because again during the whole demo, I think it was just Rick, mostly. But there was like times I think we tried to just play other characters and it just nothing clicked like Rick did. So I was like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna do Rick. And stuck out with me despite people saying like, oh, it's busted and everything. It's like, no, I just like the characters. Funny hamster, and it's kind of really cool to run around and everything. Despite what most Rick players would tend to do, which is being aggressive here and there, I still play just like in the original, which is prioritize. Okay, well, sometimes there's a chance where you gotta take the attack or the offensive, but regardless, most of the time I still prefer to play as in the original, mostly collecting, avoid contact if possible, unless I have a guaranteed chance for chipping away the opponent. That's how I always played, and that's how I still play. So yeah, nothing much has changed for me. I don't know how SUPAH will feel though with his own playstyle, because they're more of like all-rounder, I will say.
I mean, I'd say I've been the same with Rick as well. Like, I dabbled with some characters during like the demo and like initial release, like with Knuckle Joe. I kind of liked Knuckle Joe's combat, but Rick just made for some really good like maneuverability around the whole city trial like map with the special Rip Roarin' Rick, because you just get to run around and just at crazy speed and just collect what you need to collect, or go aggressive and just like focus on somebody and try to take like damage them and take their stats, or you just have a lot of maneuverability with Rick, and I've just been kind of sticking with Rick for the most part myself. So yeah, that's been my game play style at least.
Oh, Rick's really popular.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, he seems good. I heard he's good too, like in terms of like tier list or something. So
He's definitely up there, yeah.
yeah. I had a question that's just kind of a fun question to ask. Who here has made it to rainbow rank?
Yes.
Yes.
Me. I started raising my hand like you could see me.
Yeah, I'm also there too. So I was just
Good.
curious. I figured you
Yeah.
guys are already in rainbow rank, so that's fun.
I do even remember we tried to like compete who could get to rainbow the fastest, right?
Oh, we had a little
Whoa.
race, yeah.
I believe a friend of ours, Fenord, got there first among our group. Then it was Kleiman, and then I think it was me, and then I lost count from there.
The whole group was on that grind, yeah.
Yeah, the whole group.
It's quite a grind, so I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
blame anyone for not going for it.
Completely understandable. Yeah.
I think it's the hardest game mode to grind for rainbows, like out of the three. Top right is okay. When there's players, top right is the easiest. Then you get air right, and then you get City Trial in that order. I think it's from easiest to hardest. It is a grind.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know.
Yeah, I guess speaking of those modes, I know City Trial is the one that's most popular competitively. Do you have a competitive interest in the racing modes too?
Oh, absolutely. I've been enjoying playing through Air Ride a lot, and especially in the events. And I mean, the first event we held for the Kirby Ride Discord or online Discord was an Air Ride event.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no, the racing side of things in Kirby Riders is very much alive and thriving, as well as the City Trial portion. Poor top right though. Top.
RIP Top Ride. I feel like the air ride mode is in some ways like more technical, maybe, or more like I feel like you really have to understand the vehicle and how to maneuver with it to really maintain those miles per hour or whatever. At least for me, I feel like it's in some ways like harder, or like just hard in a different way.
I agree. There's definitely, at least from my time with Air Ride, there's I feel like I only stick with like maybe one or two vehicles, but you definitely got to be really familiar with like the lines, the racetrack, just kind of like what you can do with your vehicle and just play what you can do. I have interest in air ride events as well. I haven't played any myself like competitive wise, but air ride it can get pretty spicy when you get into a good lobby. I'm sure Kinix could say so.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's a lot of learning the tracks as most racing games do be. Depending on the rule sets, means if you can change machines, you can learn what's the best machine for each track. If there's if it's only one machine per multiple races, then you gotta become familiar, or you gotta pick your favorite, your best machine that you can use. Multiple machines are viable, I will say. Multiple machines are viable. Multiple character combinations are viable. You got stuff like Meta Knight Jetstar or Meta Knight Wingstar sometimes. You get well, there's multiple combinations for Rick. You got Slick Rick, Slick Bulk, or sorry, Slick Rick, Bulk Rick, Transform Star Rick. So there's a lot for Rick as well. You got also Bulk Cappy, Terranza Wagon Star, Wagon Star Neuer. There's just so many combinations. Like, it's still plentiful for players to choose what they like, and multiple machines. I mean, you also have one more example that I just saw recently is Rex Wheelie paired with Susie. You maintain so much momentum from charge turning when you ride that thing, and so I'm like, whoa, that's incredible. So yeah, that's a lot of maintaining speed and knowing the turns and knowing your machine is probably the best way to describe how to really start like diving deeper into the competitive air raid. So yeah.
Ooh, okay. That makes me excited. I main Marks and I don't really know what to pick, but I've been playing not Bulk Star, sorry, Bull Tank. Which is weird. But this at least gives me hope to like experiment more and maybe find like a pairing that works.
Yeah, there's definitely pairings for everyone, for sure. And Bull Tank, I heard, is also pretty fast. So just it's a matter of knowing then how to steer it around some tracks, especially things like Cavernous Corners with the very mean chicanes that it has, or Machine Passage as well with the ending hairpin. So a lot of learning for it. But if you can make it work, I think you can make it work for sure.
Nice.
Hey everyone, my name's Darren Hupke. I'm a writer, publisher, and podcaster. My podcast is called Pixels and Polygons. Each week I sit down with a guest and ask one simple video game question. It's a random topic each week and it leads to a fun conversation. You can find it on your favorite podcast platform every Friday, and you can read more about it at pixelsandpolygons.net.
And how do your Mario Kart skills then, SUPAH, translate into Kirby Air Riders? Because they're such different games, but I imagine that there are some things that might overlap.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think about. It feels very, very different control-wise. Like, there's such a different feel to it. I feel that there's definitely a lot more combat focus when it comes to Kirby Air Riders, since like everyone's so much closer together and like you're getting that like slipstream speed off of each other. So it's usually like the races feel a lot more consistently close in Kirby Air Riders. It's hard for me to translate Mario Kart to this game because they're just so different now that I'm thinking about it. I guess feel-wise, like control-wise, like the drifting feels somewhat similar, but at the same time it's like very different. It's hard for me to really put wrap my brain around both games, but in a way it does translate, I would say, but it's hard for me to put words to it. They're just so different.
I suppose there are just certain universal racing game things with like knowing the courses, finding your line through the course, which would translate across, Gran Turismo to Mario Kart to Air Riders, or just any kind of game where you're trying to get to somewhere before someone else.
True, yeah. I guess the course knowledge definitely is like a main thing, like just knowing where the shortcuts are, which ramps to take, and just I guess that's like the main like racing thing that comes to mind that like transfers over.
I would maybe say also the vehicle knowledge because the vehicles control so differently. So if you're doing like
Yeah.
Paper Star, it's like you have to take advantage of ramps and things like that. And I feel like in Mario Kart, you don't really have to think about that because they're just all
True.
carts,
Yeah, for sure. I've been liking the transform star a
Ooh.
lot since like you can kind of just adapt on the fly and just kind of switch to whichever you need in the moment. So it really adapting on the fly definitely I guess is like another main thing that comes to mind when that transfers over and just kind of playing what you can at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, playing with the Transform Star, I always feel like there's some way to do this in a really technical way. And the meta is going to evolve with this vehicle in some particular way. And I don't know what it is, but for people that know this game really well, they're going to figure out a lot of good strategies with this star.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I hope so. I feel like the new vehicles that were introduced, like maybe at first people are sort of weird about them, but I feel like the more I play them, the more I appreciate them. Like I really like the Hop Star and I really like the Vampire Star actually, and they're both got these kind of like new gimmicks in the game.
Hopstar really started to grow on me in this game for sure.
Yeah.
Both in races and like city truck, because I guess the just the ability to have like just a jump can really help you get around and like do certain things that you just couldn't do on any other star in the moment. So
I feel it's so good offensively too. Like I can
Yeah.
break boxes really fast, and I've actually been smashing other players by like picking up speed really fast to do a quick jump and then hitting the button real fast so that you just slam down.
Yeah,
I've killed people that way.
you can be so aggressive with it. It's so fun. Like you get a moment where you're just like, yes,
Yeah.
the enemy's in my sight.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
For sure.
Supa, do you have a more aggressive play style than Kinix does?
That was good. I guess it depends if I can get the right vehicle going, then I could be. But I would say for the most part, I'm usually pretty passive and just kind of trying to focus on getting my stats up and just like improving my vehicle as much as I can. So it depends. It depends on the situation for me. But usually passive.
Okay, so I guess we're definitely more alike than than I thought we were.
Yeah.
That's interesting because from watching it, my takeaway is like, oh, like in the competitive space, like you really got to play more aggressively. You got to really hunt each other down in a lot more intentional ways than I tend to when I play. And it sounds like both of you are saying, actually, you prioritize getting the different upgrades and stuff and don't really fight unless you have to or know you have like a guaranteed chance to do a lot of damage.
No, yeah, it's basically that. Just taking the chance to do some sort of quick damage always helps keep the enemy like, oh god, I'm not full HP, I could probably lose the next combat or the next interaction. So chipping away is always nice. You don't have to always just go for the kill, just keep them on their toes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So if people want to tune in and watch this, who are some of the other players to know? I'm kind of curious, like who's like the old guard returning, and who are some of the new faces too?
Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of names I could like. There's actually probably 90% of the current like active players who are playing like casuals and ranked in the Discord are mostly new. Mostly new players from compared to the original game. Notable names though include, well, from the top of my head, immediately thinking like, I guess here's a parenthesis though. Most notably, we have crews in the Discord server, so the crews that have been very active usually tend to have the most like, like the names that come at first top of my head. But there's just so many.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel like you have to like single people out or anything either. I just kind of meant like, I don't know, are there certain stories that are unfolding that people kind of keep in mind as they're watching? Like, is there a certain kind of, I don't know, like kind of background narrative that helps people make sense of what they're watching?
Okay, fair enough. Well, yeah, there's been a player by the name of Peckman. I mean, just not single up. Like, I mean, he's just really that good to be standing out so much. I honestly put him like in the same light as In Fury, an OG player, very very aggressive. Will not let you get up if he constantly catches you off guard. He will not let you get a break. He's just gonna abuse every single second that he can to make sure you're always in danger or straight up destroy your machine. So Peckman has been showing a lot of potential for being like among the top players in the server. A bunch of from his group, the Nightmare Enterprises crew, or enemy for short. A lot of those players are really good. You also got
So there's like a team?
yes, there's teams.
Okay.
There's like crews that players can form to compete in team-based tournaments and events, or just for the sake of having your own team in the community. It's also the same thing. So you got enemy, you got you got Sand Ocean, which is where me and SUPAH actually were the crew leaders, and we have also a lot of friends who got into the game and they're picking up the pace. You got players like Fenord, Mitz, Dave, or Sai, who are also like starting to show a lot of like power in the community. I mean, Urusai got second place, tied with me for the free for all tournament, and Fenord got third place or fourth place, however you want to say it. So we secured a top 4 in that tournament. Although Peckman still won that one. Again, showing that he's starting to show really good performance. And yeah, that's among many others. Yoli. Support PvP is one of the returning players from the OG, though. Support PvP is a classic OG card player, and he's been showing that classic players can still pack a punch. So yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad that there's fans of the old game that are not, I feel like sometimes fans of older entries might be a little more hesitant to get into the new one just because it's got its own meta or feel or physics. But it's cool to see that's not the case. Yeah.
It's the physics really feel almost 1-1 with the original game, if I'm being honest. It's not that different. The only problem, I think, and I'm pretty sure most are gonna agree from the like OG game, is you're gonna have, if you don't have a Switch 2, you're gonna have to dish out more than $500 for the game.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
it's a bit of a tough decision, and probably why so many classic players haven't decided to return to the game, just because it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah. That's it's a shame. It's a shame to think about how some folks have been probably priced out of the experience that I think probably would really enjoy it. And unfortunately, video games have all been going up. So, yeah.
It's like buying equipment for a sport at this point, kind of, right?
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. They packed so much into this game, though. Looking back at it now, like I like recently went out of my way to 100% it because of how much I was enjoying it, and like I feel like it's just like you're definitely getting your money's worth if you enjoyed the first game. Like there's so much to do in this game with like the unlockables and just everything that's packed into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I do feel like I did end up getting it, but I do feel like I have zero regrets in terms of this game. Yeah,
For sure.
So for like do you feel like there is kind of like a sort of like is the original Air Ride kind of gonna stick around, do you think, as a sort of like melee to the modern game, kind of, maybe not a one-to-one comparison, or do you think that the like GameCube version will just kind of phase out over time?
I think they're still doing like certain events and hosting new stuff for the original game from what I've seen recently. So they're definitely not just like deserting the previous game, to my knowledge. I imagine Kinix probably knows a bit more about the original game scene, but it seems like they're keeping both in mind
Mm-hmm.
in the Kirby Air Ride Online Discord, at least.
There's absolutely plans to make sure both stay online and running, especially considering that for online OG car, I mean we just got a recent update to the mod, so it and Uncle Punch is showing a lot of like activity, net play, testing out new features. So no, yeah, I fully expect both games to coexist side by side. And if you want to play OG car with either OG vanilla car or just deluxe, you can still enjoy the classic game with a few friends, or play the riders and just also play with the new game. There's both, I guess. The image of two cakes, just you get two cakes. Why not?
Yeah.
More the merrier.
Mhm.
If they were to drop the original game on like the NSO, would that sort of affect anything too, or just add like another way to play it?
Probably add another way to play the game, but I'm gonna be real. The NSO input latency online is very
Oh.
questionable. I wouldn't recommend it. It needs some work to actually feel good. The last time I tried to play online NSO GameCube was with a friend, Joshi and Ike. We tried to do F-Zero GX, and it just didn't. It was horribly laggy. Our inputs were like almost half a second, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. We should try. We should try another way, because that is just not it.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that issue myself, but I'm sure that I have not, been playing with the same kind of competitive edge that you were probably approaching it with.
perhaps it was also because we're like countries apart. Perhaps.
Well, that could
But-
be. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. But I mean, even I still think it would be nice to have OG car in NSO, just because players could experience the first game and just be like, oh wow, what's different from the new game to the old game? And it's like, oh, this and oh that and so on. So I still think it would be nice to have both.
Yeah. Hmm.
I agree. Yeah.
Did you have any other questions, Bridget?
Yeah, sure, I do. How would you? I don't know if this was already sort of part of the other question that you answered, but I'm sure now that folks sort of know where to go to be a part of it if they're interested, how would you also say the community is like in terms of how welcoming it is, how inclusive, and how players might be able to feel if they're trying to get into the game and improve, if they would be able to get help in any ways?
For honestly, there's a bit of everything for everyone regarding just about anything. I mean, we got all kinds of people and players in our community of different identities and all sorts of things, all sorts of like also skill levels. You got a lot of people who play very casually. You got a lot of people who play very competitively. In between, content creators. There's it's definitely very welcoming, and we try in the moderator team. We try to make sure everything stays as friendly and welcoming for everyone as possible. So definitely always we have learned from our mistakes in the past. So yeah, no, we definitely want to do our best to make sure everyone's welcome in the community for whatever reasons.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I want to definitely check it out. I always have a trouble sort of getting on Discord, but I know that's where the action is for Air Rider, so I am definitely curious.
Yeah. I'm oh sorry, what was I even gonna say? Sorry. I was just trying to think of like like a bit of a joke, like yeah, everything, and then I just look at top right chat. I was like, oh no,
Everything but top right.
I feel so bad for the game mode. It is genuinely okay. I'm gonna make a tiny ramble here. The game mode had such a huge massive glow up from the original game. Like, you have all playable machines in the game mode, like all of
Yeah.
them, all characters, new stages, mechanics, items, and everything, and still just the least played game mode. I'm like, oh man, oh, poor Top Right.
Poor Top Right. I like Top
I
Right.
do
I
too,
think-
yeah.
yeah, it's a nice little palate cleanser in between other things.
Cute little game mode, yeah. And yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but I still hope that there's gonna be some people who might be still. I mean, we do have our Top Right ladder competitive. So it's just a matter of who's interested to play the game. Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah,
Please
come
play the
play
game.
Top Right. Come,
Yeah.
come, folks, and play Top Right. Come to the Discord.
It's like those people that get in the Olympics by like focusing on which events have like the fewest people that qualify for them, and then they'll just train for that like one thing just to
Oh,
qualify, right? Like if people want to get in the leaderboard, maybe that's the way to do it, is just train for like specific situations.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Listen to Flashback 64, the chronological Nintendo 64 podcast. Hosts Gooey, McKenna, and friends flashback to the 90s and early 2000s with a look at the Nintendo 64's catalog and its contemporary cultural and historical context. Starting with the console's launch titles and proceeding in release order, we discuss classics like GoldenEye, Super Mario 64, and Star Fox 64, as well as some not-so-beloved games, lesser-known titles, and everything in between. Along with game-specific deep dives, we also cover other bits of pop culture from the time, like films, music, and more. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
I feel like this is a game too where you can play it with people across skill levels and everyone can still have a good time. Where as much as I enjoy fighting games, like I also recognize that like those are games where it's like if you're playing against someone who's like a wildly different skill level, it can kind of just throw off the experience. Whereas you can still feel like everyone had a chance to play the game and experience it, and it's not like you're just going to be cornered and destroyed by another player and not get to do anything for the time that you're playing.
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. Like, there's definitely just what am I trying to say? That everyone has like a pretty fair chance, despite what the skill level differences might be between everyone, because it's, I guess, the nature of the game with like the chaos and anything that can happen. At least for City Trial, like it makes it fun for everyone, like no matter who's at what point of the game or like what skill level. I feel like I'll still casually just have a good time playing it without like being so locked in. Like I can just have a good time and just play casually and just goof around and have a good time. It's definitely just a lot more fun for everyone collectively.
Yeah, I agree. I also feel like with the four different challenges, like even if you like sometimes I'll be like, I'll have my vehicle totally wrecked, and then but I still got enough stats to do like, decent handling, so I could do at least like a gourmet race or something,
True, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking a lot about how you play competitively, but do you have a favorite character and vehicle setup for when you're not playing competitively that you think is just like a particularly like fun, wacky way to play?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or like how do you play when you want to just like let your hair down and not necessarily worry too much about your results and just want to enjoy everything the game has to offer?
That is a hard to answer question for me.
I'll sometimes just go random, just for the sake of
it. I know. I agree with that. Just random, whatever the game decides to go with. Like, you get to play this character right now. It's like, okay, sure, why not? It is. Yeah, it's purely out of that, and maybe also at least for machines. Anything that's just, I don't know, mostly neutral to me, like Turbo Star, Formula Star, maybe Warp, Transform Star, only in City Trial. It's like, they're just okay. I mean, they're not going to be like amazing, but they're still fun. Mm-hmm. Especially if you want to actually kind of do I mean, trying to play relaxed, but it's still kind of a mini challenge if you want to use Transform Star, because it's a little bit tricky to get the machine swaps to not mess you up in the city. So
Yeah.
somewhere.
Now that I'm thinking about it more, any good flight character like Meta Knight or Starman, flying is so fun and like just chill in this game.
Actually, you're so right. Oh yeah, you're so
Yeah.
right. It's super fun and super chill to go Starman or Marks, and just go Paper Star or Wing Star, and you just soar through the city, dive down, get an item, then go back up. Dive
It's so
down, go back.
fun.
It's super fun. Yeah, no, you're so right. I forgot about that. It's still random applies, but Starman and any flyer characters are just like fun like that.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I love doing that. I like dropping bombs from the air.
That is also fun.
Very
I wonder
familiar.
what an all random tournament would be like. I'm not suggesting
Ooh.
you actually do it necessarily. I'm just thinking the results of that would be interesting.
Yeah.
That does sound like a lot of fun, because it really does test everyone to see like, can they really like play good with like almost every character in the roster or like vehicle. It really tests you on like just character knowledge too, I guess. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
Actually, well, you say that. Fun enough, there's chances that there could be an actual randomized tournament sometime in the future.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
yeah, that it is. This just came through very recently, so it is very possible we will have another long story short, tournament did not go through, but hopefully next time it will actually go through, and it is basically a randomized tournament. You choose a random character every time, I think.
That's exciting.
So very soon.
Cool.
That's
Maybe
very
I'll
cool.
keep my eyes out for that then.
Yeah, same.
Do you have a favorite? Thinking back to, I don't know, maybe recent tournament play, or since Air Riders has been a thing. Do you have any favorite moments, or just like particularly like memorable or wacky or unexpected things that have happened that you would want to share?
Oh, do I have one? And it's it was during SUPAH's tournament in the local tournaments.
Oh, are you
my
thinking
God.
of the same one?
Yes, I am. You should go ahead and tell them.
You want me to tell it? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's the same one Kinix is thinking of. It was the grand finals of the LAN tournament that I attended. There was a moment where there was a legendary like island far away in the sky that had like a legendary machine just floating out in the distance. So I had a chance to fly up there on a Paper Star, and it just so happened to be a Hydra, just like all three pieces sitting there on the island. So I picked that up, flew down from the heavens. Krakow appeared as a like boss event during the city trial, and I flew down and defeated him in one hit. It was just one hit. Just defeated
Nice.
immediately as he showed up. And everyone was going crazy. The commentators were like just freaking out. I remember.
We're trying to be like, oh, okay, here's Krakow. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, Krakow.
It was amazing. Let me sprint free in my head.
Has this been recorded at all? Is
Yes.
this
Yes,
footage
there is
somewhere?
a live stream pod on YouTube. I think on the Kirby Air Ride YouTube, right? The online.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
okay, just on that
So.
channel. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I will have to look this up.
for sure. Yeah,
It almost feels like the Super Smash Bros. Brawl moment where like Kirby has a Dragoon going into like the machine and just like pushes through it. It was basically that, but with Hydra against Krakow. It
Yes.
was glorious.
Oh, that's so good. I feel like this game has so many moments that sometimes just because of the stars aligning or whatever, like you get the right item in the right place or the right moment where you get the legendary or something, and there's
Yes.
so many like fun moments that can happen that you just so many memorables, kind of similar to Smash Brothers, where sometimes something could just happen, like a bomb lands on your friends or something, and everyone's like screaming.
Yes.
Like this game has that too.
Absolutely. The potential for chaos is just it's
Yep.
amazing. That's another
is.
reason why I love this game so much.
And as a parenthesis or a little note is that the spectator view for like when you're just watching the game from like a when like just spectating the games, there's like such cool like dynamic cameras to all these like intense moments and events. So it's even better as a spectator to be watching these moments happen. It's like, oh my god, like incredible camera work with the effects and everything. It's like it's just eye candy. It's just pure eye candy to all viewers. It's incredible. Sakurai did a really nice job with the support of spectating. Unfortunately, not for online, but at least for LAN, it's a very solid way to watch games with the spectator feature.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the novelty in this game, where the amount of times I still see things where I didn't even realize you could do that in this game, or something will happen that just like completely surprises me, is really impressive.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like I'm still learning stuff today about this game, just from how
Same.
much you can do.
just recently was learning how Hopstar apparently is really really good for rail panic, and I'm like, what do you mean by that? It's like it performs amazing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess now I have to consider if I'm in a situation where I need a machine and I don't find anything good, I can just use Hopstar as well as like a backup or a viable option even. It's just, yeah, there's just so much to learn about this game still, and how much I wish we had the tools that we have now for the mod version of the game, the original one. Like there was so much playing to do back then in the GameCube game that now you have to redo all that playtime. But now 20 years later, it's like I maybe don't have as much time to be obsessing with the game. So
Yeah. It's like if I had this when I was a kid, I would have gone crazy. I mean, I'm still going crazy with it, but could you imagine? Yeah. I feel with the updates too, they're adding things that change things around a little here and there. In terms of even some of the features and things that they add to Bound City Trial. It's like going back after an update too, you're also having to relearn things.
Oh yeah, for sure. These patches added more than I was expecting, honestly, because it seemed like they were really just gonna be like, all right, we did what we could and just kind of leave it for a bit. But there's been like certain balances with characters and vehicles, some modes getting added too, like with the Grand Prix mode. That I was surprised to see.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping they would bring something like that to it, so that was
For sure.
nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
we may have a spy within the community too. I suspect it's been consistent that every time we have done an event, suddenly the game has a feature like that. Oh, we look at that. Like, we did the very first tournament, which had like pseudo like makeshift GPs like Grand Prix, and like the game next update, here's Grand Prix mode. I'm like, Then we held the air ride like tournament with HP enabled, like retirement. And then what happens next week? Oh, we got an event for air ride races with HP enabled. It's like, there's someone spying on us. Yeah. I know it.
Sakurai is there in the chat, just quietly watching, quietly lurking.
He must be.
I was curious, do you see the popularity of Air Ride kind of increasing with Air Riders, and where do you see the future of the game? Like, can you see it being kind of as active as maybe other competitive games, or will it always sort of be a little bit more niche, but at least kind of growing, at least with the new title?
I'm pretty optimistic about the community and the game. I will say it's definitely going to continue growing, but it's going to settle at some point. It doesn't help that it's a very new console. It's kind of a niche game. It still had millions of copies sold, if I recall correctly. Like, it outsold the OG game already by a few, like a lot of numbers. I don't even know, but I think it already outsold the original game, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have high hopes for the game and the community to stay afloat and continue like slowly growing. It's just going to take some time because, again, expensive console. and more expensive games over the past years, it's not helping the case. So yeah, so it's gonna take a moment, but again, it's why also the Discord is encouraging to have other smaller communities get formed and then have like a network, just like in Smash Brothers. So hopefully it goes that route. Just have multiple places where we have a unified like rule set, and we just make tournaments all over the place, all over the world.
That's good.
Well, yeah. Do you find that you're like that there's an international scene? Like, do the tournaments draw people from different countries, or is it still mostly like the United States hosts their own thing and Japan does its own thing?
No, actually, no. We do still have. I'm pretty sure a lot of people from, or at least the leader of Enemy is from based on Europe. We got plenty of European players. We got not Japan. Like we don't have them in our community, but there's definitely the Japanese community making their own like competitive. Actually, just recently we also had we just learned about their new Discord for also competitive Kirby, but the Japanese community focused. It's like, oh, neat. So, yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we can get a more grand scale tournament that actually brings in multiple players from multiple communities, like all around, from Japan or more places in Europe, even like Latin America, maybe South America, and so on. Like definitely possible.
Nice.
Very nice. Very encouraging. Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, I can see. So we're about 5 minutes past an hour, and I do want to be like conscious of everyone's time and everything. So, one question I thought we could wrap up with was just how should people follow you? Like, and is there anything you want to plug or promote before you go?
I mean, for obviously the mentioning the Kirby Ride Discord. It's just Kirby Ride Online or Kirby Air Ride Online Discord. You can just search for that. You will get the first Discord server. You can join that and just start talking with people in there.
And we can have links to all that in the show notes too.
Oh, perfect. As for, I mean, I guess I don't do much else personally, but SUPAH does stream the game sometimes.
Oh yeah. I'll usually I guess the main place you would find me at is on twitch.tv/SUPAH. So, because I'm usually if I'm not streaming this game, I'll usually be playing some other racing game since I've been on like the racing game like grind with all the games that have been coming out this last year. I will say one event that I could bring up. There is a anime/gaming convention called MomoCon happening in May. And there is going to be a LAN for Kirby Air Riders there in like the 21st to the 24th weekend that I'm planning to attend. So that's a Kirby Air Riders event that's coming up soon.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll be planning to try to get there because I want to be part of it so bad. But yeah, those are the main two things I just wanted to mention.
Nice. Kirby Air Riders is everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I want.
Just walking down the street and you just find people having a LAN party with Kirby Air Ride at the side of the road.
Yeah. Like remember when the Switch came out and there was that commercial for the Switch where it was like the Switch Karen or whatever. What was her name? And like the whole commercial was just everyone everywhere has a Switch, playing games all the time. That's what I want for Kirby Air Riders.
We want like the rooftops, just like having a good session.
The rooftop parties.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sakurai. Thank you, Sakurai, for making such a good game.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that, like at this time last year, that we would be having a conversation about a new Kirby Air Ride game now?
Yeah. Decades later after the original, it just blows my mind. I wish I could have that feeling of growing up with the original and then seeing this come out. Like
it would have made you cry. Not even. It's just. I still think of it every time. Every time I see that trailer, it just makes me go. I'm like,
That's why
Sometimes
Whiskey Woods is crying. He's just so happy there's another Kirby writer.
I understand Wispy Woods now.
Sometimes I rewatch the directs just to feel something.
Not ironically saying.
Cool. Well, thank you both for being here with us. I've really appreciated everything you had to share, and you've gotten me excited to dig in more and watch more of those old tournaments. I definitely want to look up the Hydra versus Krakow video you mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Bridget, did you have anything to ask or share before we go?
No, I'm just so happy and I'm glad that you shared. It's making me more encouraged to maybe reach out and try seeing if I could find more folks to play with. It's fun to play online random, but I think it would be nice to play with folks consistently. So it's really, really exciting. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we could bring our love for this game to this talk.
Yeah, same.
Thank you for having us. It means a lot.
I appreciate it so much, Sean and Bridget. It's been great.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's fun. I've just had so much fun with this game, so I was definitely excited for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's keep in touch. I'd love to have you both back again. Maybe in a couple of months we can check in. We can hear how the scene continues to evolve.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll keep in touch for sure.
So this has been Kirby Conversations. Again, I'm Sean Douglas. I've been here with Bridget, and the show is also produced by Gigi from Wick Kirby. Our theme music is by Megan Kels and a new arrangement by Duncan Pixel T. Smith. And we are part of the Soundstone Podcast Network, along with Flashback 64, Pixels and Polygons, and Instruction Derby. If you'd like to follow our show, you can also find us on social media at the links in the show notes. Thank you all for listening, and we'll be back again soon with more Kirby Conversations.
Bye.
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 Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm Nick McConnell, and you caught me reading the instruction booklet for Street Fighter II in preparation for my weekly stream Instruction Derby, where I take a look at the creative, fun, and sometimes bizarre lost art of video game manuals. Did you know that, according to the manual for Street Fighter II on the Super Nintendo, Ryu was born in 1964, making him 62 years young, canonically? Happy birthday, Ryu. You're looking great. Did you also know that, per the manual for Laser Invasion on the Nintendo, the UN enters a conclave in order to select a new commando? Or did you know that the dancing enemies in Super Castlevania are named Paula Abgul and Fred Askare? These important facts and many more are discovered every Wednesday at noon Pacific on Instruction Derby over at internet website twitch.tv/Nick McConnell. Part of the Soundstone Network.